Hmm. Then its primary purpose is to determine its authenticity, to identify जो भी alterations, forgeries और जो भी tampering उसमें हुई है वो सब हम examine करते हैं. Alterations क्या होते हैं? Anyone know? Any changes or modifications जो भी होते हैं किसी चीज को लेके, that is known as alterations. Then forgery क्या होता है? This is an act of creating, altering or faking a document to deceive others. English. Okay. Okay. What is tampering? I want this to be interactive. Please answer if anyone knows. Yeah. All. Huh. Yes. Okay. Altering, interfering, or manipulating something dishonestly or unlawfully to cause damage or deceive others is known as tampering. Uh, अभी तक सब क्लियर है आपको?
Yes, ma'am.
फ्लो ठीक है? स्पीड ज्यादा तो नहीं है? कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है?
No, it's completely.
Okay, thank you. Then we are talking about famous cases. मैंने यहाँ पे 3 cases लिए हैं. First is Telgi scam, second one is Hitler Diaries case, and third one is the Unabomber case. Telgi scam case, it was a major fake stamp paper. Ma'am, slide. Okay. Okay. Uh, Yes, okay, thank you. Uh, this slide is about Telgi scam overview. It was a major fake stamp paper scam in India led by Abdul Karim Telgi. He printed and sold fake stamp papers worth thousands of crores, which were used in legal documents, banks and other transactions. आपने देखा होगा स्टैम्प पेपर्स जब यूज होते हैं जैसे नोटरीज में, ट्रांजेक्शन्स में या किसी भी लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट्स में, वो सब इन्होंने सोल्ड आउट करे थे फेक उसको दिखाकर. सॉरी, फेक था उसको रियल दिखाकर. देन इसमें बहुत सारे पुलिस ऑफिसर्स और गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स भी इन्वॉल्व थे एंड दिस स्कैम वाज एक्सपोज्ड इन द अर्ली 2000s एंड तेलगी वाज अरेस्टेड एंड sentenced to prison. Then second case is the Hitler Diaries. The Hitler Diaries was a set of fake journals claimed to be written by Adolf Hitler. In in 1983, a German magazine Stern bought them for a huge amount, believing they were real. However, experts later proved they were forged by Konrad Kujau, a con artist. Con artist मतलब जिसे fraud करने की बहुत सारी skills हों. Then the scandal became one of the biggest frauds in publishing history. This was the overview of Hitler Diaries analysis. Then last one is the Unabomber case. So the Unabomber case was about Ted Kaczynski, a former professor who carried out a bombing campaign in the US from 1978 to 1995. इसने होममेड बॉम्ब्स बना के पूरा ट्रांसपोर्ट किया था यूनिवर्सिटीज, एयरलाइंस और बहुत से इंडिविजुअल्स को, जिसमें इट किल्स 3 पीपल्स एंड इंजर्ड 23. His goal was to protest modern technology. He was caught in 1996 after his brother recognized his writing style in a manifesto he published. Kaczynski was sentenced to life in prison. This was the overall view of famous cases of question documents. Then coming to history of question documents. Slide. Okay. So the history of question documents dates back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. when experts started analyzing handwriting, ink and paper to detect forgery and fraud. पहले के टाइम में क्या होता था कि उतनी ना ज़्यादा टेक्निक्स थी, ना ज़्यादा टूल्स थे, तो इतने जल्दी एनालाइज़ेशन या कोई भी एग्ज़ामिनेशन, आइडेंटिफ़िकेशन प्रॉपर नहीं हो पाता था। जो भी था सब विटनेस के उस पे या फिर जितना उनसे हो सकता था उतना वो करते थे। लेकिन अब जैसे-जैसे टेक्निक्स बढ़ती जा रही हैं, उतने ज़्यादा क्राइम्स भी बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। अगर हम हिस्ट्री की अभी बात कर रहे हैं तो एल्बर्ट एस ऑसबॉर्न इज नोन एज द फादर ऑफ क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट एग्जामिनेशन, और इन्होंने एक बुक भी पब्लिश करी थी एंड नेम्ड इट क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट्स इन 1910, एंड इट लेड द फाउंडेशन फॉर मॉडर्न फॉरेंसिक डॉक्यूमेंट एनालिसिस। ओवर टाइम फॉरेंसिक टेक्निक्स लाइक अभी जैसे यूवी लाइट, आईआर लाइट सोर्स, इंक डेटिंग एंड डिजिटल फॉरेंसिक्स जो भी हैं, इन सब ने इम्प्रूव किया है डॉक्यूमेंट ऑथेंटिकेशन को। Then, coming to significant historical cases. Ma'am, slide. Okay. Significant historical cases are the major legal, criminal, or forensic cases that have had a lasting impact on history, law, or forensic science. These cases often set influenced policies or advanced forensic techniques. इसके कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स हैं लाइक लीगल केसेस, फॉरेंसिक केसेस एंड फ्रॉड केसेस। लीगल केसेस की अगर बात करते हैं तो केसेस दैट चेंज्ड लॉज, इसका एक और एग्जांपल था ब्राउन वी बोर्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन एंडिंग स्कूल सेग्रीगेशन। आई डोंट नो अबाउट इट बट आई वांट यू टू read about this topic. Then coming to forensic cases, these are the crimes solved using forensic techniques. Example, Lindbergh kidnapping case and the Unabomber case, जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया था. Then fraud cases वो हैं scandals involving forgery or deception. Example, Hitler diaries or Tailgate scam. Then how question document influence on modern practices. Ma'am, please change the slide. Okay, thank you. It has greatly improved fraud detection, legal processes, and forensic investigations. Then modern techniques like handwriting analysis, ink dating, digital forensics, AI-based signature verifications, these all help identify forgeries, frauds, and alter documents. Then types of documents in handwriting analysis. इसमें हाँ, हैंडराइटिंग कंपैरिजन आता है, कंपेयरिंग नोन एंड क्वेश्चन हैंडराइटिंग टू चेक ऑथेंटिसिटी। 2 सैंपल्स होते हैं, एक क्वेश्चन सैंपल एंड एक स्टैंडर्ड सैंपल। इन दोनों के बीच में जो कंपैरिजन किया जाता है, स्टैंडर्ड सैंपल वो होता है, ये एक हमारे रेफरेंस के लिए होता है जो नोन है, और क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट वही है कि उसकी ना अभी ऑथेंटिसिटी हमें मालूम है, ना ही अभी उसकी ऑथरशिप पता है। इसलिए इन दोनों का कंपैरिजन करके हम उसकी ऑथेंटिसिटी पता लगाते हैं, प्रॉपर एग्जामिनेशन करते हैं। Then coming to signature verification, it is detecting forged or altered signatures in documents. Then ink and paper analysis, identifying the type of age of ink and paper to spot alterations. Then indented writing वो होती है कि अगर हम किसी पेज पे कुछ लिख रहे हैं और उसके पीछे जो भी मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, that is known as indentation mark. देन कमिंग टू द आइडेंटिफिकेशन टेक्निक्स, इसमें 8 टेक्निक्स होती हैं. फर्स्ट वन इज प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन, देन कंपैरिजन विथ नॉन स्टैंडर्ड सैंपल्स, detection of alterations and forgery, digital and photographic analysis, ink and paper analysis, typewriting and prints analysis, signature and stamp verification, and last one is document dating and age estimation. पहला अगर हम देखें प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन, तो ये एक फर्स्ट लुक होता है
Excuse me, ma'am.
डॉक्यूमेंट. यस मैम.
Sorry for interrupting. You are doing amazing, but please explain in English, ma'am. Please try to explain in English.
Okay, sorry, thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
so talking about preliminary examination, it is a first look to the documentations like paper, ink, handwriting, and any visible changes. Then coming to comparison with known standard samples are the matching handwriting, signatures, or typing style with verified samples to check authenticity. Then detection of alterations and forgery. using magnification glasses, UV light source, or chemicals to find erasures, overwriting, additions, obliterations, or fake signatures. Now it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then coming to digital and photographic analysis. This is the scanning documents and using software to detect hidden edits, enhancements, or modifications. Then ink and paper analysis, testing ink composition and paper fibers using chemical methods or TLC, thin layer chromatography. Does anyone knows what is TLC?
By
Anyone?
using a sodium plate, we find out the components of.
TLC, thin layer chromatography.
It is a chromatographic technique in which we use solid phase and the mobile phases to differentiate between the components based
Yes.
upon color,
Mhm.
so that they can flow and differentiate based upon the affinity and other principles.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you for responding. This one is ink and paper analysis, testing ink composition and paper fibers using chemical methods to check if they match the claimed time period or not. Then typewriting and printing analysis. It is the identifying typewriters, printers used by checking fonts, alignments, or defects. Uh, then next point is signatures and stamp verification. Comparing signatures and stamps under magnification or software to spot forgeries. Then documentations, recording the overall observations with high quality images and detailed notes for investigation and court use. Last point is age estimation. Using ink aging techniques, paper wear analysis, and chemical tests to estimate the documentation was whatever it is created. Then coming to analysis method. Please change the slide. Okay, okay. Handwritten versus printed. एक second. Ma'am, analysis method. I think it is in last. Yeah, okay, okay. Thank you. Analysis method. Firstly, it helps to verify authenticity, detect forgeries, and identifying their source. Second point is like experts examine handwriting and signatures to check for consistency, while paper and ink analysis helps determine the documentation age and alterations. Then coming to alter documents, these includes forged signatures, modified contracts, tampered banknotes, fake ID or passports, erased wills. Okay. Ma'am, can you please change the slide to types of documents? Yeah, okay. Okay, so types of documents are of many types. I am just explaining about five. First one is legal document, financial document, official document, personal document, and digital document. Legal documents includes agreements, contracts, wills, and court records. Second one is financial documents. Financial documents includes checks, bank statements, invoices, and receipts. Third one is official documents, which are government issued records like birth certificates or license. Fourth one is personal documents that can be letters, diaries, or your handwritten notes. Fifth one is digital documents in the form of PDFs, emails, messages, or scanned copies in modern communication. Then coming to examination processes. Ma'am, Please change the slide to flowchart. Yeah, flowchart. Okay. Talking about question document examination, this includes 11 terms. I'm explaining one by one everything. Okay. So first one is writing surface. Second one is writing instrument. Third is ink or other writing materials. Fourth one is handwriting characteristics. Fifth is photocopies and printouts. Sixth one is secret writings. Seventh is chart document. Eighth is forgeries. Then indentations, alterations, and typewritten documentations. Ma'am, please change the slide. Yeah, okay. First one is writing surface. A writing surface is the material we write on. That can be paper, wall, or any surface which we write on. Second one is writing instrument, the tool which we use for writing, like pencil, pen, stone, or anything. Third one is ink or other writing material. The substance used for writing, like ink in a pen or graphite in a pencil. These are the examples of ink or other writing material. Then fourth one is handwriting characteristics. Can anyone define handwriting characteristics? Yeah, and
There are both individual and class characteristics that comes.
Meant
yeah. Okay. Handwriting characteristics are the unique features of a person handwriting, such as letter shapes, slanting, pen pressure, as and spacing, etc.
Pan lift.
Pen lifting. Okay, good. Then fifth point is photocopies and printouts. Ma'am, please change the slide. Fifth point. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Photocopies and printouts. Copies of documents made using a photocopier or printer using a computer printed. Then sixth one is secret handwritings, hidden messages written using invisible ink. Uh, for example, we are writing by milk or onion juice or anything. Ma'am, please can you zoom the secret handwriting part? Yeah, like in secret writing point, the image is showing. The image is showing it is written by milk and then put it onto the flame. So this become visible. But if a normal person just take a paper and see it, so it would it is a normal paper or something. No one can detect no one can detect by just seeing it or a preliminary examination or just look for a page. Then seventh is chart document. Ma'am, please change the slide. Yeah. So, okay. Chart documents are the official records or any structured documents used for reference. Then forgeries are the fake or altered documents, signature or handwriting made to deceive others. Ma'am, change. Ninth point. Okay. Then indentation marks are that impressions left on a sheet of paper. Tenth one is alterations. Any changes made to a document or manipulated or the document after it was originally written. 11th point is typewritten document. Ma'am, please change the slide. Sorry. Document created using a typewriter or a computer with a printed font instead of handwriting text. This is all about the question document examination terms. So these all methods help solve legal and criminal cases. Coming to applications of question document analysis, ma'am, please change the slide. Applications of question document analysis after analysis of question document. Applications of question documents. Okay. So this is the last topic of question document analysis. Applications of question document analysis includes 4 points: forgery detection, counterfeit currency, anonymous handwriting, and legal and corporate examination. What is forgery detection? Can anyone tell?
To detect whether the document is forged or not. Uh,
Okay. Finding fake signatures on checks or legal papers or contracts are real or forged. Second, anyone want to say anything? Okay. So second one is counterfeit currency. It is detecting fake money, examine security features like watermarks and special inks to find counterfeit currency. Third one is anonymous handwriting. Investigating ransom notes, threats, or disputed letters, like help in cases where someone writes a threatening letter, ransom note, or fake documents. Fourth one and last one is legal and corporate examination. So, legal document verification, fraud detection by verifying wills and property documents, business agreements, etc. Uh, okay. Thank you, everyone. If anyone having any questions related to this session, please ask in chat box.
Thank you, ma'am.
A big thank you to Ms. Samiksha Gaurav for her insightful and engaging presentation. We are now moving on to question and answer segment. If anyone have the question, please send in the chat box. The first question is, what is idiosyncratic feature in question document?
Sorry, I don't know about it.
And the second question is, cherish documentation वाले के बाद से अच्छा. The second question is, if you don't have any document to compare the question document, do we have any importance of that question document?
If can I explain in Hindi?
The question is from Lankesh.
Can you please repeat?
If you don't have any document to compare the question document, do we have any importance of that question document?
इम्पोर्टेंस तो होती है उस डॉक्यूमेंट की, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट है, हमको उसका पूरा एग्जामिनेशन करना है. एंड इफ देयर इज नो स्टैंडर्ड सैंपल फॉर इट और फॉर रेफरेंस, सो जो भी हमारे जैसे सस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं उस क्राइम सीन पे, हम पहले उन सब से वो लिखवाएंगे, देन सिग्नेचर करवाएंगे, एंड बाय दैट आल्सो वी कैन एग्जामिन इट.
Excuse me, this is Rajnish Singh Yadav.
यस.
Sorry to interrupt you, but if in case of we have no standard document for a question comparison,
We try to search admitted writing. If any persons, है ना, मैं हिंदी में बताता हूँ. अगर क्वेश्चन राइटिंग में, तो क्वेश्चन राइटिंग होता है, फिर स्टैंडर्ड राइटिंग है. स्टैंडर्ड राइटिंग इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ क्वेश्चन स्पेसिमन एंड एडमिटेड राइटिंग, जिसे हम रिक्वेस्टेड या नॉन रिक्वेस्टेड राइटिंग भी बोलते हैं, है ना. उसमें क्या होता है कि जो अगर किसी बंदे ने लिखा है, अगर आप क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट है, तो यह क्वेश्चन राइटिंग वही लिख सकता है जो पढ़ा लिखा हो. जैसे कुछ इलिटरेट पर्सन होते हैं, जैसे हम मेरी मम्मी है, तो पढ़ी लिखी नहीं है, तो वो सिग्नेचर भी करती, तो अंगूठा लगाती है ना, फिंगरप्रिंट. बैंक जाती हैं, कहीं जाती हैं, है ना, कोई ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट है, तो इंसान वही लिख सकता है जो पढ़ा लिखा हो. और ऐसा हो नहीं सकता है कि उसके पूर्व में कोई ऐसा एडमिटेड ना हो. अगर हम जैसे इन केस ऑफ सुसाइड, ओके, सुसाइड में तो पर्सन्स जो होता है वो तो होता नहीं है. तो उस केस में क्या होता है कि हम उसके ओल्ड कोई नॉर्मल कोर्स ऑफ राइटिंग, जिसे बिजनेस राइटिंग बोलते हैं, एडमिटेड राइटिंग, हम सर्च करते हैं, तो मोस्ट पॉसिबली हो जाता है. अगर वो भी नहीं मिलता है तो देन वो क्वेश्चन ही रेज नहीं होगा. कंपैरिजन के लिए कुछ तो चाहिए. देन वहां से उसके आगे तो लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसी भी मना कर देती है कि नहीं, ये नहीं हो सकता है.
Okay, actually, I am in my second semester, so I don't know about it. I
That's
just
good,
know
dude.
about
That's
this
good.
basics.
Actually, I am forensic professional in Central Forensic Science Laboratory, Assam. That's why I see, and that's good presentation by you.
It's
Best
okay.
of
I
luck.
also gained some knowledge from you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome.
So one more question is about types of documentation. What is this?
Yes, ma'am, I have one question.
Explain last four types of documentation. Okay. Types of documentation, that legal documents, financial documents, official documents, personal documents, and digital documents. ओके, सो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट्स वो होते हैं जो एग्रीमेंट्स होते हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेस्ड होते हैं, विल्स होते हैं, जो कोर्ट रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं. दीज आर ऑल कम्स अंडर लीगल डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस. फाइनेंशियल डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस लाइक जो बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स होती हैं, चेक्स होते हैं, रिसिप्ट्स होती हैं, दैट आर ऑल फाइनेंशियल डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस. Okay. Then official documents includes government issued records like our birth certificates, license, and any government issued records. Fourth one is personal documentation, which includes letter, diaries, handwritten notes, our personal things, what we write on or anything. Then fifth, last one is digital documentations, like PDFs, emails, messages, scanned copies in modern communication. Is it clear to you? Now it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anyone?
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
मैम मैं हिंदी में बताता हूँ. जैसे मान लीजिए हम किसी क्राइम सीन पे गए हैं और मैम वहाँ पे क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट तो मिला है हमें, बट मैम वो जला हुआ है. तो
हाँ,
मैम
that
उसमें
is
से
known as child document.
हाँ मैम, तो उसमें से कैसे एक्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे सैंपल और एविडेंस के एनालिसिस के लिए?
देखिए, कैन यू प्लीज म्यूट? ओके, सो उसमें दो टाइप की चीजें होती है. पहला तो दो मेथड्स होती हैं. फर्स्ट वन इज डिस्ट्रक्टिव मेथड एंड सेकंड वन इज नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव मेथड. पहले जब भी हमें कोई भी क्राइम सीन पे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन मिलता है, सबसे पहले उस पर नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव मेथड यूज होती है, ताकि हम उसे कोई भी डिस्टरबेंस ना करें, कोई डैमेज ना पहुंचे. अगर फिजिकली प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन करके ही कुछ अगर हम पता लगा सकते हैं तो इट इज गुड. एंड अगर उससे भी नहीं हो रहा है, फिर हम नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव मेथड्स में कुछ केमिकल्स, यूवी लाइट सोर्स यूज करते हैं. जितना भी हम उसमें से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं उतना हमें करना पड़ता है. एग्जामिनेशन करना है, देन आइडेंटिफिकेशन, उसका एनालिसिस, everything.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Anyone?
I have one request to you. Will you please share this PPT presentation?
Okay. Ma'am? Hello, who said about presentation? Can you please again say?
Yeah, ma'am. I am in my second semester, so I have question document for this semester. So this PPT is helpful for me. So will you please share this?
Okay, okay. It will be shared to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anyone और किसी को कुछ questions related to PPT?
Prachi, please share me this PPT, no, to me. I want to. Okay, okay, thanks.
As we wrap up this session, I want to express my gratitude to Ms. Samiksha Kaura for sharing her expertise and sparking our curiosity. I also want to thank you each of your participations and the enthusiasm you brought to today's events. It's been a wonderful experience and we appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the participants again.
Thank you.